still lead the charge over in League Two, open up a bit of a gap between themselves and Northampton Town. Who's going to take advantage this weekend? We're going to take a look at it, all of it, next. That's right, folks, back to another prediction video today. We're forward to match number 11 over in this year's League 2, and of course we'll get to that in just a second. You know where you're in. Smash your subscribe and bang to all things League 2 related, Rovers related, and of course World Cup related later this year. Goodness gracious me, Leyton Orient yet to taste defeat. Actually, the best start to a League 2 campaign ever in, of course, or in recent times anyway. But anyway, later on looking very, very good and could be destined for, of course, League One. But it is still early in the course of the league. And of course, we'll take a look at how everyone will pan out this weekend very, very soon. But before that, make sure you smash your subscribe, smash the thumbs up, smash the little bell. And of course, big shout out to the VIPs. They are the patrons, of course. Let's get into, of course, recap the results from last time around. And then, of course, look forward to the next games, which, of course, coming at you just this weekend. So here we go then. Recap of the results. Northampton Town, big 2-1 win over Stockport County. Called it, lads. Barrow FC against Leyton Orient in the top of the table. Crunch clash, 2-0 win it was for Leyton Orient as well. Bradford City could only muster a draw against Wimbledon. I went with a 2-0 with myself, so shame on Sparky. Colchester did lose to Rochdale, surprise, surprise. Big win for them. Colchester, of course, I went with the victory for them as well. Meanwhile, Crewe lost to Mansfield Town, 2-1 win for them. They're moving up the table up to 6th now. Crewe are looking a little bit wobbly in 11th. Doncaster Rovers, big 4-1 win over Crawley. They're in the mixer as well. It's a 9th. Flying up there. Stevenage, big 1-0 win for them, up to a 3rd in the table, in the automatic zone right now. 2-1 win for me. Walsall did lose to Tranmere. They're back in the mixer, up to 14th right now, climbing the table as they go. Grimsby took the L, losing to Swindon, who's sneakily beakily moving up the table as well. 2-1 win for them. Hartlepool could only muster a draw against Gillingham. Called it, lads, called it. Newport County, 1-1 draw against Carlisle. I went with the victory. And Salford did win. 2-1 win over Sutton to go back into 5th spot. That's, of course, the state of play there. What about, of course, the league of the table? Here it is, as you can see later on, looking very, very good right now. 5 points the difference between themselves and Northampton Town, but the gap is really between themselves and Barrow. It is 7 points the difference right now. They are looking comfortable, and they could actually be on their way to League One. How about that? But of course, it is very, very early. Hartlepool and Rochdale, though, are in trouble, as are Crawley, Colchester and Gills right now. But of course, that's the state of play there. What about our own prediction league? Here you go. Take about O&A. He's okay. Fantastic stuff there, Frosty. Then the chasing pack. A lot of you guys got 5 points there, so well done to you. But what about the overall leaderboard? It looks like this. Alex Weller kicking ass, 61 points right there. O&A up there with 60. Frosty up there with 58. Doing very, very good indeed. So well done to you guys. Keep it going. Keep on going. But of course, we are taking a look at the next round of games. But if you want to get involved with these ones, get involved here. Cutley Fortress League 2. It is free. So these are the games, of course, coming at you this coming weekend, which is October the 30th. Well, actually, September the 30th is the first game, Mansfield. There is a game midweek, Grimsby against Carlisle. I'm not even going to be bothering with that one. Not bothering with that one, so it's a free hit. Watch it, whatever. Let me know. If you want to predict it, go stick it in the comments down below, but we're not going to score it. So if you want to show off and flex, then put your prediction for that Tuesday game, which is Grimsby Carlisle, down below. But we are focusing on the full weekend's action, kicking it all off on Friday, September the 30th, and it is Mansfield up against Hartlepool coming at you over at Mansfield. Now, these two sides have played each other 12 times, 2006, 4 wins for Mansfield, 5 wins for Hartlepool, and we've got 3 draws, of course. Mansfield, though, just 1 defeat past 6, 75% form for them right now, up against Hartlepool side, of course, without a win in 5 now, 42% form for them moving forward. They are rooted to the further table. Mansfield, of course, climbing high into 6th, and last time they played over at Mansfield was a 3-2 win for Mansfield back in December 2021. It was actually on Boxing Day. In fact, the away side hasn't won this game since Mansfield beat Hartlepool in Hartlepool back in March 2014, back in League 2 it was. Hartlepool with a 0-0 draw against Gillingham, Mansfield with a big 2-1 win over Crewe. I have odds right here right now. The odds are 9-4 on for Mansfield. They're red hot favourites. 10-3 is draws. 6-1 is your long shots here. Back in, of course, the Stags here. 2-1 win for them at home. No brainer, really. Next, of course, we have Carlisle. They're going to be taking on Crewe. That's right, coming at you over in the northwest-ish. Way up there, of course, Carlisle. And Crewe played each other 21 times, 2006. 10 wins for Carlisle. Now it's Crewe. We've got 2 draws. Carlisle, they're unbeaten in the last 5 games. Looking pretty good right now under Paul Simpson. 58% form for them right now. Up against the Crewe side. They're a bit wobbly right now. 33% form. Just 1 win of the last 6. They're sitting in 11th. Crewe, Carlisle went to 12th. So a bit of a mid-table crunch clash again, potentially within striking distance of the playoffs. Last time they played each other over in Carlisle was a big 4-2 win for Crewe. That was back in October 2019. Meanwhile, Crewe with a big 2-1 loss against Mansfield. Carlisle with a 1-1 draw against Newport County. The odds, though, for this Badgerino is what we got going on. We've got Carlisle 5-4 for the victory, 11-5 is your draw, 9-4 is your away win. Crewe here, I think I'm back in Carlisle. Carlisle with a win, 1-0 win at home, 3 points to back. Crewe taking the L on this one. Crawley, that's right, up against Stevenage, of course, flying high, aren't they? Up to third. Stevenage, Crawley down low into 22nd spot. Played each other 30 times, 2004, 8 wins to Crawley, 50 wins for Stevenage, and we've got 7 draws right now. Crawley, though, 3 defeats on the spin, 42% form. Up against the Stevenage side, just 1 defeat at the past 6. Look at that, 5 wins in the last 6 games. Stevenage are doing the biz. 83% form for them moving forward. Last time around, though, over in Crawley was a 2-2 draw back in February 2022. Stevenage picking up a 1-0 win over Harrogate. Back-to-back clean sheets for them. Crawley with a big 4-1 loss against Doncaster Rovers. But the odds right here, right now, we've got Crawley 11-5. They're actually 30-10. It's Stevenage 11-5 is the draw here. I'm back in a 2-0 win for Stevenage here on the road. 3 points in the bag and moving the chains as well. Next up, of course, Carlisle. Sorry, not Carlisle, it's Gillingham. Gillingham up against Sutton United. Coming at you over at, what do they call it? Priestfields, is that what it is? I can't remember. Anyway, play to the never, these two sides, according to my eyes. Anyway, Gillingham come into this without a win in the last 6 games, 25% form for them. And now Sutton United, though, 50% form for them, 1-3 and lost 3 over the last 6. Last time around, or heading into this, Gillingham, of course, with a 0-0 draw against Hartlepool, back-to-back games without a goal. In fact, they've only scored 1 goal in the last 4 games. In fact, if you want to open that up even more, they've only scored 1 goal in the last 6 games. They are in trouble scoring goals. Meanwhile, Sutton United with a big 2-1 loss against Salford. But the odds for this one, of course, over at Gillingham was a 70-10 is your host, 13-8 is your away win, 11-5 is the draw. I'm back in, of course, a draw here, 1-1 right down the middle, point split. What do you think about that? Let me know down below. Kicking on forward, it's Harrogate Town, of course, up against, who are you? I can't bloody find you. Who are you, indeed? There we are. No, I've lost it. Bradford City, of course it is. It's Sparky's boys. Played to the 4 times, these two sides. Since 2024 was Harrogate, nothing but Bradford, and we've got 0 draws. Harrogate, though, coming to this without a win in the last 7 games. 8% form for them right now, up against the Bradford side. Unbeaten in the last 6 games, picking up 4 wins and a couple of draws. 83% form for them heading into this. Last time around, the over in Harrogate was a 2-0 win for Harrogate. In fact, Harrogate won 4 on the spin against Bradford. Of course, looking pretty good. They like playing them, it looks like. However, Bradford with a big 2-2 draw against Wimbledon last time around. Of course, Harrogate with a 1-0 loss against Stevenage. Also, haven't scored a goal in the last 3 games, just scored 1 goal in the last 5 games, or 6 games even. Goodness gracious me, they're also drawing a blank, just like, who else? Gillingham drawing the blank. Of course, the odds right here, right now, coming at you. We've got Gillingham 70-10. I'm on the wrong one. Harrogate, 2-1 for the victory. 11-8 is your Bradford. 11-5 is your draw. Thanks, producer. Going to go with a 2-1 win for Bradford City here. Sparky has got these guys working a treat. They're sitting pretty in 7th, within striking distance of making a push for the top 3, and I think they're going to do it. 2-1 win in the end for Bradford City. Kicking on forward, though, is Leighton Orient, who, of course, table toppers, and of course, got themselves a bit of a window at the top of the table. Up against Newport County, who ain't no slouches, guys. These guys are struggling, though, into 18th right now, but they played each other 11 times, 2015, 3 for Leighton Orient, 6 for Leighton Orient, 3 for Newport County, 2 draws. Leighton Orient winning 5 of the spin, 83% form for them right now, up against Newport County side without a win in the last 5, 25% form for them moving forward as well. Last time around, though, over at Lisbon Road, it was 1-0 win for Newport County back in January 2022. Meanwhile, Newport County with a big 1-1 draw against Carlisle. Leighton Orient with a big 2-0 win over Barrow. Of course, like I said, been winning games quite comfortably over the past few games as well. Let's take a look at the odds. We've got Leighton Orient 5-4 on for the victory, 35 draw, and 10-3 is your away win here. Back in, of course, a 3-0 win for the Orient, taking the 3 points and moving the chains as well. Next up, of course, we have Rochdale coming at you. Where are you? Up against Doncaster down at the Spotlands. Now, these two sides have played each other 18 times, 2003. 4 was Rochdale, 9 for Doncaster, 5 draws, of course. Rochdale, back-to-back wins under Jim Bentley, 42% form for them right now, up against Doncaster under Gary McSheffrey, back-to-back wins as well. 50% form, though, over the last 6 games. Last time around, though, over at Spotlands, it was a 2-1 win for Doncaster back in May 2021. Doncaster picking up a 4-1 win over Crawley last time around, with Rochdale with a 1-0 win over Colchester, back-to-back clean sheets as well. They're looking good at the moment, are Rochdale in the recent times. Anyway, take a look at the odds, shall we, on this one? Rochdale 5-4 for the victory, 9-4 is Doncaster, 11-5 is the draw. Rochdale actually favoured to win this game here, but I'm back in, of course, Doncaster with a 2-1 win on the road as they keep their hopes off for playoffs this coming campaign. Salford, okay, up against Grimsby, of course, coming at you from Salford. Played each other 4 times in 2019. 2 wins for Salford, 1 for Grimsby, 1 draw as well. Salford, though, just 1 defeat past 6. 75% form for them right now. Up against Grimsby Town side, just 1 defeat past 5. 58% form moving forward as well. Last time around, over at Salford, it was a 1-1 draw back in April 2021. That was last season in the league. Of course, coming at you, Grimsby with a 2-1 loss against Swindon. Salford with a 2-1 win over Sutton United. But the odds for this Badgerina, we have 11-10 on is your Salford. 23-10 is your 60-5 is your away win here, boys. Back in, of course, Salford with a 2-0 win for them at home. Taking the 3 points. Grimsby, I have to take the L on this one. Stockport County, everyone's tip at the top of the table. Favourites at the start of the season. Taking taking on, who are we taking on this weekend? We're taking on Walsall, of course, coming at you over at the Bescott. Not the Bescott, it's at Stockport. Played each other around about 12 times since 1989. 2 wins for Stockport and 8 wins for Walsall. We've got 2 draws as well. Meanwhile, Stockport just 1 win in 6, 25% forward for them right now, up against the Walsall side. We haven't won in the last 11 games. Goodness gracious me. Meanwhile, last time I played each other at Stockport was a 1-1 draw back in April 2010. Of course, that was back in League One. Goodness gracious me, how times have changed. Stockport, though, with a 2-1 loss against Newport County. When I say Newport County, I meant Northampton Town. Meanwhile, Walsall with a 1-0 loss against Tranmere, of course, and they haven't won in a long, long time. Clicking on forward to the odds. We have, what do we have here? We have, where are you? I can't bloody see it. Who will we play? We're talking about Stockport. There they are. 6-5 on for the victory. 5-2 is draw. 10-3 is your way win here. Of course, I'm back in Stockport here at home. 2-1 win for them. 3 points in the bag. And up the ladder they go. Into the final 3 is Swindon up against... it's Northampton Town, bit of a zinger. This one, of course, coming at you over at Swindon. Plays the 17 times done. 7 wins for Swindon, 5 wins for Northampton, 5 draws. Northampton Town's manager, John Brady, linked with a lot of the championship clubs at the moment. Cardiff, Huddersfield Town. Will he be here for this game? That's the question. Of course, I am recording this on Sunday, the 25th of September. Anyway, Swindon Town, 58% form for them, just 1 defeat past 5. Up against the Northampton Town side, 1 defeat past 5 as well. 67% form with the last 6. Last round, though, at Swindon was a 7-goal thriller. 5-2 it was for Swindon back in New Year's Day, 2022. Meanwhile, Northampton Town with a big 2-1 win over Stockport. Of course, Swindon with a big 2-1 win over Grimsby heading into this. But the odds for this one then, shall we? We've got Swindon 8-5 and 7-4 is your Northampton Town. 11-5 is draw. That smells like a draw if you look at that. 2-2 goals galore though. 4 goals in it. 2 apiece. Point in the bag as well. Tranmere Rovers up against Barrow. Of course, Barrow, are they realistic contenders? Of course, up against Tranmere side. Both sides coming to this on 67% form. That's winning 4 of the last 6. But of course, they played each other 12 times in 2015. 6 for Tranmere, 3 for Barrow, and 3 draws as well. Coming at you though, last round at Tranmere was a 2-0 win for Tranmere back in December 2021. In fact, the away side hasn't won this game since Tranmere beat Barrow back in the National League in January 2016. Meanwhile, Barrow picked up a 2-0 loss against Leighton Orient. Tranmere with a big 1-0 win over Walsall, of course. But the odds right here right now, Tranmere 7-5 for the victory, 2-1 is your Barrow, and 11-5 is your draw. I'm going to back Tranmere at home here. Of course, 2-1 win for them. Barrow taking another L. Of course, could see them drop down the table as well. Kicking off forward is Wimbledon. They're going to be taking on Colchester United over at Plough Lane. Now, these two sides have never played each other, according to my eyes. Wimbledon, though, coming to this on back-to-back games undefeated. That's a win and a draw. 42% form of the last 6. Colchester, though, just 1 and 6. 33% form for them right now. Coming at you as well. Last round, 2-2 draw it was for Wimbledon over Bradford City at Valley Parade. Meanwhile, Colchester with a 1-0 loss against Rochdale at home. But the odds for this Badgerino we've got, what have we got here? We've got Wimbledon even. Stevens 11-4 is your way win. 23-10 is your draw. I'm backing, of course, a draw here. Point split right down. It's not going to save, not going to do anyone any favours, that one. So 1-1 right down the middle for me on that one. So that is that. And of course, if it's correct, which I bloody well hope so, look at that. Leighton Orient would have is still a monster lead over Stevenage and Northampton Town, who sit pretty in the top 3 spots. Going down Hartlepool and Rochdale at the moment. But of course, it can all change as we head into the next round of games very, very soon. That's, of course, that. Make sure you get involved here. Cut your Forecast League 2. Get your picks in. Of course, it's free. And of course, get your name in light. See how you're going to be up there in the top of the table yourselves next weekend. So make sure you smash your subscribe, smash the thumbs up, and smash the little bell. But until then, guys and girls, we're going to be bowing out. Until then, we're done.